Hello. For my discussion two posts, I will be using data that I found on international tourism, and I wanted to look at this data because I enjoy traveling, and I thought it would be interesting to know which country was visited the most in a certain year. So I took this data set. I just took the top 10 countries just because there were 188, I think, which that's a lot of data to calculate and put in a data set. So I just did the top 10, which include France, United States, Spain, China, Italy, Turkey, Germany, United Kingdom, Russia, and Thailand. So I took their information and I put it into an Excel spreadsheet. And so I had the rank, country, value, and year, which was similar to the website or to the website's information. And so what the value is telling us is the number of arrivals in 2015 and 2016. So for the rank, it would be considered an ordinal variable, and then a country would be categorical variable, value is quantitative variable, and then the year is an ordinal variable because it was like the year they traveled to that country. And as you can see, there are a couple that have 2016, or maybe I think it's just one that is 2016. So they must not have had data for 2015. Anyway, so for France, that was the most visited country in 2015, and then Thailand was the least visited country in 2015. And then I went down here and created a frequency table to make it into a histogram. So I took this information and put it into this chart or this histogram. And so as you can see for this chart, I would say it was skewed right. And then it's also considered unimodal just because there's one that kind of outweighs all the other ones. And then France was obviously the most visited, had the biggest value, which was over 80,000 or 80 million. And then Thailand was the least visited, which was around 30 million people. And then for the quantitative variable, which is also includes the median, it was 45,105,000, which could fit right over here. And then for the range, which indicates how spread out the scores are, which I would consider them very spread out, that range was 51,864,000. And then we'll go down to my second chart that I created. So I decided to make a pie chart, and I thought it was interesting since it portrayed the percentages of each country or each how many visitors were, or the percentage of visitors that were in each country. So obviously France had the most, Thailand had the least, and I would say like the top 3 or 4 were pretty close in numbers, and then the bottom 5 or 6 were very close as well. I thought an interesting difference was when I was not calculating, but typing in the numbers, 84 million and 32 million seem like a very different number, and they are. I mean, 84 million is obviously way bigger. And then looking at this histogram, you can tell that France had way more people than Thailand. And then you go down to the pie chart, and it doesn't look like it's a very spread out number. I just thought there would be a bigger difference when, just since they were like spread out more. But anyway, these are both my charts and then my frequency table and data set. Thank you for listening.